What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another daily news video on a maybe a special day where there was some good news. I'm gonna say some new news, new era, you might say. The announcement for Giuntoli hasn't come. Apparently, it will not arrive until the weekend. It doesn't really matter. I think we all kind of know he's the guy now. He's gonna take charge of what should be a winning team again. But to do that, he needs to clean up a lot of stuff, and he needs to make spot on decisions with a very limited budget, very limited time for this summer, and so many question marks surrounding coaching, players, and even the club situation, if we're being honest. So we're gonna talk about that, what he did on his first day today, and it wouldn't be um, Italian news reporting if on the first day you will get a lot of maybe good news, maybe some bad news, but a lot of linking because of Giuntoli, because of the guy he is and what he represents and what he did at Napoli. So we will go into that. Before we do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and let's go. So it was his first work day. Like he met with Manna, Calvo, the team, or like the team, the management basically. Uh, Visited the facilities. I think it's all kind of formal. I think they had a lot of discussions on where to go. It's now just let's kick on, let's start. And the news started off with the biggest topic or the most important topic, and that is Vlahovic, Chiesa, and Bremer, and especially Vlahovic and Chiesa in this case, because those are the names being linked to the move because we need the money. I think everybody knows that story by now. And Tuttosport came with the news or came with a story, and it's a good story. It's from a good source, good journalist, saying that he will try to kind of make peace between the three, Chiesa, Vlahovic, and Allegri, because we know. Do I need to say for a fact? But we kind of know that it's not all buddy between them. There's some um, discomfort. There's some not being happy with each other, and that has been kind of the catalyst of Chiesa being linked to the move. Like the Vlahovic move has always been about, oh, we need the money and the offers will come in, so we're gonna sell him. The Chiesa move has always been about, or most part, because if you look at the fees that has been reported, it's more about he doesn't want to play anymore in a 3-5-2 as a wingback or as a second striker or all those things. That has pushed the Chiesa could leave train basically all along. Now, according to this source or this report, Giuntoli will try to make peace between them, and I think it's all good and well, and we should be keeping Chiesa and maybe Vlahovic. But where's the money coming from? The money we have been told we absolutely need and we need to sell, to actually fill in many other holes in the squad, basically. So I don't even know how to take this story. There was also another story about Bremer that Manu are looking at him, and it's all up in the air. I'm still waiting. I think we're all waiting on that day that the news breaks, and we will all be sad and mad because of different reasons. But that's the kind of news we're all scared of, but also waiting for and hoping it happens soon, because the feeling is it needs to happen. It's there's no way out of it, but it also needs to happen to actually improve the squad, to move forward in the transfer window, to prepare for next season. And if these things are not happening anytime soon, it will hinder the preseason, and that's my biggest fear. That we will go into the new season, because tomorrow at 12 noon my time, there will be the draw for the schedule. The schedule release will come out, and it's getting closer and closer, and there's so many question marks. So it's a big ask. Now the first piece of news, it's Giuntoli's list, or reported part of the list. The first name is Holm, and we talked about him. This is coming from Di Marzio, who spoke about it late last night, saying that among the names on his list is Holm from Spezia. Um, like I'm happy that Giuntoli comes in because it gives you another perspective. It comes not from within the club, and it's good, but that doesn't mean I will comply and agree with anything, with everything he will do. Home, from what I've seen, I want to be nice, but let's say he's average, and I think he's worse from what I've seen. He's not a good player. Like I can be completely wrong, and he has something in his locker that nobody saw. But from what I've seen this far at Spezia, it's not good. It's not excited. It's not. It doesn't scream potential. It screams actually nothing. It screams like you're gonna be a very very cheap backup, but to who? To the player who's playing in front of you might be even worse or not even that good as well. So that name puts fear in me because I don't rate him. I don't rate him at all, like not one bit. It's worse than getting linked with Castagna because I know some of Castagna's ability. Maybe I'm biased because I've watched him more than Holm, obviously. I will say that, but he's a name that kind of puts me off a little bit and kind of makes me uh, skeptical about what could be next season. We all thought, oh, it can get worse this transfer market, but by the looks of it, it could be even worse than you could have imagined, and that's what fears me when I, or like scares me when I hear this name, being popping up every single time because this name is not the first time. We were linked to him last season, all transfer window, all season from January actually, and it's not a name that actually I want to be linked with. It's not, but that doesn't mean that everything he will do or every player we will be looking at is going to be terrible. Because according to La Stampa, another name Giuntoli wants is Emeric Laporte, who might leave or should leave Man City because he's not playing there. They're gonna buy Guardiola for insane money, like a ridiculous amount of money. It's absolutely ridiculous how much Pep is spending on that back line. It's like almost 700 million now. It's ridiculous. Um, would I take Emeric Laporte in a heartbeat because I think he's a quality player, like actually real quality, like top quality. Um, but he's not coming. I think the early reports in the summer where he wants to play Champions League football, and he should because he can join not not a bigger club, like a club in a better situation, maybe a bigger club, but a club in a better situation. But if you can get Emeric Laporte, I'm happy for it. Like I would, but City are not gonna give them to you. They want their money, and I think it's just out of the question. Even if you sell Bremer, like the money, I don't think it's an option. I'll be over the moon if you sign him. But you know what it is? If you lose Bremer and you bring in Emeric Laporte, I think Emeric Laporte is further ahead as an established player. But it feels like it's gonna be like for like. It's not the massive upgrade. It's like you're losing a good player and you're getting a good player in return, and that's kind of a weird situation where you cannot really get excited about it. It's not losing. I'm gonna say something wild. I don't know. You're losing. I have absolutely no idea what I was gonna. You lose Rugani and you bring in Delict if you never played for us. Like it's not that of an upgrade. It's just like for like kind of, and that doesn't sit right with me. A bit like Delict and Bremer last season. Like it's good you replace him, but but I don't think it's gonna happen. Obviously, I just put it out there because it's the news, and we have been linked with him. I think it was in February. There was a report from the Athletic, but I don't think that's gonna happen. To end the story, that's a thing I would rather believe, I could believe, even though it's from Giovanni Albanese. And that's a name that Giuntoli is looking at, and it's Sanchez from Betis. He's an attacking mid. He was linked with and moved to Napoli last summer. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I've not watched a single minute of this guy. Not a single, not even a second, or I cannot recall it, watching him. I recall watching him. So I have no idea who he is. I have no idea if he's good. I have no idea if he's bad. I have absolutely no clue. So I cannot sit here and be like, that's wrong. We shouldn't be looking at it. That's not a good move. I don't know. I think we were all kind of looking for these type of things. Maybe not to this extent. Maybe you were looking at players a bit younger, unknown, that we can develop and be like, wow, this is quality. We found a quality. A quality player for cheap money. That's kind of what we're all expecting Giuntoli to do. The dangerous part of it, is that it's all good and well, but at the end of the day, we're still Juve. We're still a big club, massive club. We should be acting like a massive club. The expectations compared to Napoli are not even close. The history is not even close. So the time and the patience will not be the same. Patience will not be the same. You cannot bring in 5 of these guys and all of them flop, or they're all very average, because that's not gonna cut it at this club, or it should not cut it at this club. I will say should. So that's the danger part he's playing with. Yes, you need to do those deals, but they also cannot really fail, or at least not all of them. Like also plenty have at Napoli, but it's Napoli. Like it doesn't, it's different. The expectations, the pressure, the attention, all these things are not even the same planet. On this, so that's the dangerous part of what he's dealing with. But again, he just came in, and I will give him plenty of time or time enough, because the jobs on hands is massive, difficult, and some might say it's absolutely ridiculous to actually succeed in. But he wanted it, he took it, so it's up to him now to get it done. So let's see what will even happen this summer, because it's kind of late days, excuse me. But welcome Giuntoli to what is our current situation world, and it's not a rosy one, I will say that. But that's it for today. That's today's update. Let's see if Di Marzio has something to report later tonight. I want to thank you all for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will be live in a couple of hours, or for people who have missed that, go rewatch the live. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.